for Dallas. Next comedian coming up here. I'm super excited to see him. I haven't seen him in so long. Let's keep it Florida. The weed. Let's keep it going for Gage, y'all. Woo!
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I was just gonna say, I also once did enough mushrooms that I remembered that gentleman being circumcised. But yeah, my name is Gage Scott Craig, and if any of you guys are wondering, like, what the fuck is this guy's vibe? I don't know either. We'll figure it out together. But yeah, I came to the realization recently that I've had a strange life. I thought things were like pretty normal, and then every time I talk to someone and tell them like what I think or things that have happened to me, they assure me that that's not the case. Anyway, my dad got stabbed a while back. Yeah, I found out about it on Facebook, which is a weird place to find out that your dad got stabbed, right? You'd think they would loop in the son before they went fishing for engagement. But I didn't know how to react. In the end, I went with crying face, prayer hands. He was in prison when he was stabbed. He was in prison when he was stabbed. He's still in prison. I used to wonder if they don't let you out when you get stabbed. I used to wonder. Turns out, no, he's still in there. It also made me wonder, like, what's the protocol what if he would have died? You know, would like 2 prison guards come up, knock on my door, maybe like a folded up do-rag. He wears do-rags, by the way. That's not like a generalization. You know, like, hey, we brought you his colors. We also brought you a toilet wine he was making. It's a rosé. To be fair, it started out as a Chablis, and then it kind of bled into it again. But it's got a great color on it. I think you're gonna love it. I remember before I came up here, I'm recording this, and so I don't have my notes. And now I'm just gonna. Y'all ever get up to tell comedy and you just forget what you're gonna say next? But yeah, it's been weird. It was weird. It was a weird vibe. I grew up in a cult. The Southern Baptist Convention does not like when I say that, but there were snakes at the revivals, and all the homeschool kids I met were functional illiterates. So I don't know what verbiage they'd like me to use. But yeah, I was very religious. There were snakes at the revivals. A faith healer once tried to push me down. Yeah, one time after school, with the permission of the adults charged with my care, we went to a revival, and there was a guy there. There was a magical medicine man who could touch you for Christ. And so, you know, he came up to me and he was like, "Is there anything wrong with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I cracked a tooth a while back, and if you could help with that, it'd be great." And before I was finished speaking, he put his hand on my head and was like, "Gotta pray this fat boy get some confidence." That's not why I was here. He tried to push me down. And I didn't go there. He was furious that I was not felled by his powerful magics. What's the next thing you say in that joke? But yeah, no, he was furious. I will say, it did kind of help my mental health in like a roundabout way. Finding out that you cannot be body checked by Jehovah Jireh. It helps. Yeah, I almost went to seminary, fucking God college, and like, I know it's low-hanging fruit, but does anybody else think it's weird that the place we go to learn to hate gays sounds so much like semen area? I digress. I did not get into the semen area. I couldn't say Deuteronomy. I had a friend who got in though. She could say Deuteronomy gooder than a motherfucker, I'll tell you what. She got kicked out though. She couldn't keep her grades up, which was weird to me. I was like, Bitch, how? You only got one book to read. How do you do it? Anyway, now that I'm done with all the jokes that might get me beat up by like a Forrest Gump type, I'm going to leave you guys with one more story about my father, and then get out of your hair. I'm not up here because we have a great relationship, you know? That's not how you end up under these lights. But this is a story about the one piece of advice my father's ever given me. I was 9 years old. We were in a Barnes & Noble. And I looked at him, I said, I need to go to the restroom. And he looked at me, and he said, anytime you take a shit in a public restroom, always take one leg out of your pants. And I said, why? And that was a mistake. Never ask a crazy person why. Because like, I could have said, okay, gone and pissed, got the next series of unfortunate events book, and then we'd have been done. Instead, I created my own unfortunate event by enabling what I would call the most useless core memory anyone's ever had. So I said, why? And he told me, so when, not if, when. This is a certainty. When someone kicks down the door to fight you, you still have mobility. You can stick and move. That's what he told me, but that's not what I learned. What I learned was never listen to someone who gets assaulted enough in the bathroom that they have to plan for. You shouldn't need a ripcord in there, man. Anyway, it's bad advice. You'll never guess where this son of a bitch was when he got stabbed.